Okay, so the brand new fish out update has been out for over a day now. And so far I've been able to get every single rod in the update. And today I'm going to be showing you all the rods that are available, how you can get them, and which ones you should end up going for. So the first couple rods are up over here in Waveborne. And here you have the Firefly Rod, the Wildflower Rod, and the Frog Rod. And obviously you spawn in with the Adventurer's Rod. The Adventurer's Rod has no passive ability, and I wouldn't recommend using it. The Wildflower Rod also has no passive. Same goes for the Firefly Rod. And because their stats are so bad, they're pretty much useless. You shouldn't use them. But the Frog Rod, on the other hand, does have a somewhat okay passive. By the way, it may look a bit different just because I have a skin on it right now. This is what it looks like normally on your path. So the passive on this rod is actually pretty cool. So basically, when you get perfect catches, frogs can spawn around you. I also believe that each frog gives a 0.5x luck multiplier, at least according to the wiki. I'm not 100% sure how many frogs you can get, but if there isn't a limit, then this rod could actually be extremely broken. Let me go ahead and get a perfect catch and summon in a frog to show you guys what it looks like. So as you can see there, I have gotten a frog to spawn in because I was able to successfully get a perfect catch. Anyways, yeah, that's the passive for this first rod here. Moving on, we have the Azure of Lagoon rod at the Azure Lagoon, obviously. So the rod is right here. You can purchase it for 100,000 credits. There is no requirements. You can just go ahead and buy it. So this was actually the first, better rod I got here. And overall, it's a pretty good rod. The stats are also somewhat decent, apart from the control here. And the passive ability on this rod is like one of those stabbing passives that you'd see on the No Life rod or the Trident rod. Let me see if I can get it to stab it right here so I can show you. So it didn't stab there. Let me try again. There you go. So there's like a blue slash that went right through the fish right there. That gives you a little bit of a progress buff on the bar. I do notice that it doesn't actually happen very often, but overall this rod is pretty good. It has a max kg of 100,000, so that might be good for future fish that are heavier in the second sea. Nothing too special about this rod. Let's move on. So our next rod is at the Ember Reach Island. To go ahead and actually get this rod, you're gonna want to go over this way. Then you're going to want to go over to this little dock over here. And you might even see it from here. There's like a little rod here that's purchasable for 70,000. It's the Blazebringer Rod. So the stats on this rod are okay. You got 60 lure speed. You got 98% luck. You got 0.15 control, 15% resil. And you also got 5,000 max kg. So the passive on this rod takes a lot of fish caught. I'm going to show you it anyway. So basically, after 10 perfect catches, you get a 15% chance for the Ember mutation, which is a 3x value multiplier. You get a 10% chance for the Cracked mutation, which is also a 3x value multiplier. And you also get 10% luck. But then after 25 more perfect catches, it gives a 100% chance for the Ember mutation and a 5% chance for the Ember Flame, which is a 5x value, and you also get 25% more luck. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the one that requires 10 perfect catches. I'm not gonna demonstrate the 25 one, so I can move on to the next rod, because I have a feeling most of you don't really care for this rod much. 1 perfect catch, 2 perfect catches, 3 perfect catches, 4, 6, 7 perfect catches, 8, 9, and that's our 10th catch. So now we should have a total of a 25% chance to get a mutation on this rod. And that does not look like it has a mutation on it. Nope. But yeah, you guys get the point. Okay, moving on, we have to go over to Lush Grove. Then once you get out of your boat, go up here and head over to the merchant. Right by the merchant, you'll see the shear rod for 40,000. It used to be 100,000, but they nerfed the price down to 40k. So here are the stats. Lure speed 70%, luck 75, control 0.1, resilience 10%, and a max kg of 2000. As for the passive of this rod, you have a 10% chance to grow a tree during the day, which lasts for 1 minute and gives a chance to get the Mother Nature, Green Leaf, and Brown Wood mutation, which is all a 3x value multiplier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make it day. Hopefully it works. I know the sundial totems were bugged. Not sure if they still are. There we go. Now if I go ahead and do this, it didn't work this time. Let's try again. Again, it's only a 10% chance. Oh, and we just got it. So this tree will be here for about 10 minutes, and it offers a chance to get the mutations we're looking for. So I just got the green leaf mutation, which makes it all green and kind of ugly. Let's try again, and the tree just disappeared, but I think the tree might be a bit bugged because as you can see, it is still there. Let's see if we can spawn in another one. Oh, we're getting the exotic. No tree, but still, I'll take it. So there we go, the idle fish. But you guys get the point. It'll give you a weird looking mutation. If you look really closely, you can actually see some leaves on this thing. Honestly, I don't really like it. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell that off. But yeah, now moving on to our final two rods, the ones you've probably been waiting for, the best rods and the most expensive rods in the game. First of all, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the more cheaper one, which is over at the Isle of New Beginnings. So, I just got this rod today. If you saw my short about me getting it, then you saw it. But it is right over here for 200,000 credits. The free spirit rod. Overall, pretty good stats. You got 25% lure. Luck is 150%. Control 0.15. Resilience is 10%, which isn't that great actually. And the max KG is 5,000. I definitely recommend going back to the first sea and enchanting it with resilient. So to actually go ahead and get this, obviously you need 200,000 credits, but you also need at least 70% of the Isle of New Beginnings bestiary completed. As for the passive of this rod, it is actually pretty good. By the way, I have this cool looking skin on it. It actually just looks like this normally. But I really like this skin because you get this little guy inside the ball. Anyways, the passive gives you a 20% chance to rain purple gemstones, which will give you the bloom mutation, which is a 5x multiplier on the value of the fish. You also get a chance to stab the fish like the trident rod or the no life rod. So let me just try and get this to work. So any gemstones? No gemstones this time, but just watch and you'll see that there is a slash. No, there was not. Put the bar down. There you go. It's another blue slash, just like the Azure Of Lagoon rod. And there are the gemstones that I was talking about. And that means that this fish is going to have the bloom mutation on it. So as you can see, I got the bloom horizon tetra. So let me get that fish. So I have the normal tetra and the bloom one. So this is what the horizon, the normal one looks. Sign out to see with my avatar. Let me just make it nighttime. So that's what it looks like normal, and this is what it looks like with the bloom mutation on it. Anyways, I definitely recommend getting this rod. It is definitely one of the best rods and probably is my favorite one in the second sea. Now, moving on to the very last rod, which I just purchased for myself. Also, does anybody know why this bottle is just like floating here? So for this rod, you're gonna go over to the Cursed Shores. Then just follow where I go. And right here, you will find the Great Dreamer Rod for 500,000 credits. So you got 65% lure speed, 80% luck, 0.12 control, resilience is 12%, and the max KG is 8,000. So if you're gonna get this rod, again, I just got it, so I haven't been able to enchant it, but I definitely recommend getting the resilient enchant on it, just like I did with the free spirit rod. And by the way, I'm not sure if this is true or not. So this rod was only meant to be purchased if you were able to successfully get every other rod and get some other mutations from some fish to give to some guy. But I'm not sure if this is actually true, because head on over to the fish wiki. You'll notice that the Great Dreamer Rod can be purchased next to the tree at the back of the Cursed Shores for 500,000 credits. And basically it doesn't say anything about needing the other rods or anything, but a lot of people were saying you needed a mutation and you also needed to get all the other rods. It might be bugged or something, I'm not sure. Anyways, let me show you guys the passive ability on this rod, because it's actually crazy. So if I just go here and cast my rod into the water, you'll notice nothing happens. But if I go for a second try, and reel in a second fish, you'll notice Cthulhu spawns in right there, and I get nothing. So Cthulhu is meant to actually go ahead and get you a second fish for your second fish. So I'm meant to have like 3 fish here, but I only have 2. And it is currently broken right now, but it'll probably be fixed soon, and I'll definitely make an announcement on my post when it is fixed. But when it is fixed, this rod will be really good because you'll be able to farm up a bunch of different fish. Anyways, if this video helped you, leave a like, make sure to subscribe, because only like 0.4% of you guys are subscribed. So make sure to subscribe. Make sure to go check out my group. Make sure to follow my Roblox account. All linked in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.